Bitcoin, Ethereum, cryptocurrency, everything you need to know, whether you're late or not to the party, is outlined in this video. If you're looking to invest, well, now might be one of the best times, and let me explain why. Before we get started, a little legal disclaimer is that this is not investment advice. Whatever you decide to do with your hard-earned money is completely up to you. If you want to go ahead and also join the Telegram group where we go ahead and we dissect different currencies to invest in, then the link is down in the description down below and you can join the Crypto Normie family. So with all that being said, let's dive in and see if Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general is still one of the best investment classes for us to be a part of. Now, aside from all the media hype, the question becomes, is Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies really stable? Is it something that I should be investing in? And this is a great question. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at historical data, and we're also going to look at just the statistics of these cryptocurrencies, and we'll dive into some of them. So let's head over to my computer right now so I can just share with you exactly what's going on with Bitcoin and then kind of introduce you to some companies that have decided to get involved. So as you can see at the time of recording this, Bitcoin's $51,706. But if we take a look over the last 30 days or so, you'll notice that it's extremely bullish. So you can just take a look and see for yourself that it's just uptrending right now and it keeps on going. However, I do want to address something, and we're going to take a look at, since the inception of Bitcoin. So we can see that it holds true to a certain pattern here. So the pattern becomes a little bit of a raise and then it starts to dip back down, a little bit of a raise, it starts to dip back down. However, now let's address the bull run that happened in 2018, which we're experiencing now as well, but at a much grander scale. So you can see back in 2018, it hit roughly $20,000 or so. But now if we look at it, it's at $51,000. So what's the likelihood of this actually continuing, and what essentially is going to happen? Because this can't last forever. So typically how this will work is we'll actually experience a drawdown. So it'll actually pull back, and the entire hopes of this is that it goes back up and further than where it last ended off with the pull down. So if I go to the 1 year chart, you can see this happening as well, where it's stable for $8,000 to $10,000, and then we start to go ahead and we start to uptrend over here. And then it dipped back down a little bit, but again, still that dip wasn't astronomical. And then we're taking off, we're mooning again. So like I said, what's most likely going to happen is a pullback. So what I'm going to suggest is not buying at the ATHs, so the all-time highs. So this is actually one thing people do that I would suggest avoiding, is buying at the all-time highs. Now wait for the dip. You've heard this countless amounts of times of people saying, buy the dip. All right, so that's what it is. We're gonna wait for the drawdown to happen again. But let's take a look at counterparts, other type of cryptocurrencies and other assets in the cryptocurrency marketplace. So we have Ethereum right over here, which is sitting at a whopping $1,938. Now this as well has been experiencing just tremendous growth over relatively the last few months. So as you can tell, if we go back literally 3 months, we had Ethereum sitting at $536, and now it's sitting at $1,900, which is incredible. But let's not forget the bull run that happened in 2018. As you can see, it peaked over here at 1,300, around 1,500 or so. And now we're way past that. So we've gone ahead and we've blown right past the previous all-time high, which tells me that, again, another drawback will happen. However, it has the chances of potentially going even higher, which is fantastic. So I'm gonna wait for the dip on this one as well. As a matter of fact, I already have limit orders placed to go and purchase at a certain price. And next, you could take a look at something like Polkadot. Now, Polkadot is very early, in my opinion, it's very early stages of where Bitcoin and Ethereum were. So if we take a look, the market cap is ranked number 4, and if we just take a look at the actual market cap, it's $30 billion, which is absolutely incredible. So let's just take a look at the chart right over here. Now you can notice that it's going down, which is great. I actually purchased this morning because it's going down as well. So like I said before, buying the dip is never a bad thing. So if we just take a look at the 90-day chart, you could see that we had Polkadot at around $5, and now we're sitting at roughly $30 or so. And again, my entry points, my targets for Polkadot are anywhere $30 or less. Now again, I will dollar cost average either my way down, or if it keeps going up, then obviously I'll set new targets. But for the most part, in my opinion, this is one of the best projects that has come out in a very long time, which again, we'll talk about more on this channel later on. But now I want to address something very important, is that other companies are getting relatively big positions inside of the cryptocurrency market. So let's take a look at what Tesla just did right over here. Tesla purchases $1.5 billion in Bitcoin, and it plans to accept it as a payment. Now, again, the fact that Tesla got involved is a very good sign, but we all know that our Lord and Savior, Elon Musk, is very gung-ho about cryptocurrency and believes in it very heavily. So the moment that Tesla said they were purchasing that much Bitcoin, as you can imagine, really helped this rally. And again, everybody's extremely bullish. But let's just go look at a different company, which is also relatively big, PayPal. So PayPal had an announcement that they're now going to start allowing users to accept cryptocurrency and obviously pay with cryptocurrency as well. So essentially, we have adoption by big companies in the cryptocurrency marketplace, especially Bitcoin, well, specifically Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, yes, we see the growth that's happening here. You see the chart as well. And one thing that I will say is that history tends to rhyme with itself. History doesn't necessarily repeat itself, but it does rhyme with itself. And again, this is where we saw 2018. Now we are in 2021 with another massive bull run. However, there's still so much opportunity with Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, some experts even say that Bitcoin can go up to $100,000, if not more. And again, that can be in our lifetime as well. So now the question is, how do I get my hand on cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin or Ethereum? So that's a relatively easy answer for that question. You can use apps and websites like Coinbase or Robinhood if you still like Robinhood. You can go ahead and get it really easily. With Coinbase, you could link up your bank account, you can send a wire transfer, and you're set and ready to go. You just choose the investment that you want, whether that's Bitcoin or a different cryptocurrency, and then you will have it inside of your account within a day. I personally like to send wire transfers because it's really easy and I have it within a day. Now, the other apps that I use, Exodus and Uphold. Now, Exodus and Uphold allow you to purchase cryptocurrency right within their platform, but they do give you limits on a debit card, which is $500 a day. And if you're trying to invest big, then in my opinion, Coinbase would be your go-to. So with all that being said, how do you get involved with other cryptocurrencies such as Swap, or maybe you want to invest in the DeFi index, whatever it is? You actually have to use exchanges. Now you can use stuff like Binance, and certain tokens you need to use Uniswap, which only works with Ethereum. So again, there's so many different places that you can get your hands on cryptocurrency, but there's a lot more that come down to the actual economics and the tokenomics when it comes to certain tokens and coins that you want to be involved with. And other cryptocurrencies are a little harder to get your hands on because of the fact that it's not easily available on something like Coinbase and you need to use an exchange. Now, one massive factor that I don't want to overlook is the sanctions that are put on Bitcoin in the US market. Now, in my opinion, going and not living in the US and not being in the US for cryptocurrency is actually a blessing. So there's a lot of SEC regulations that come down to Bitcoin. Also, a lot of heavy taxation as well. However, there's certain projects and certain cryptocurrencies that you in the US can't get involved with because there's what's known as KYC, which is know your customer. So essentially submitting a bunch of documentation, and most of the times, if not all of the time, US might actually get rejected for a KYC verification. So again, when it comes down to partaking in certain opportunities, it's very limiting in the US. But again, that's why looking at Bitcoin and the ones that are allowed to go ahead and actively trade in the US, it makes it that much better of a class to be involved with, given the fact that it's not banned like it's, like it's Ripple or something, right? So that's a really, really good bullish sign for anybody who actually wants to go ahead and get involved with Bitcoin, is the simple fact that it's allowed in the US. And I want to just add a little side note for now, because anything can happen, as we've seen. So again, these sanctions aren't the best, but they're here. Something that I really want to talk about in this video, which I think is important for any investor to understand, is that there's a lot more than just the Bitcoin blockchain, right? You have Ethereum as well. And Ethereum, in my opinion, is one of the best cryptocurrency investments, because there's a lot of stuff, a lot of different, crypto and a lot of different tokens that are built on the actual Ethereum blockchain. Ethereum actually has the highest transactions every single day in regards to volume and the amount of transactions that are processed on a day-to-day basis, which means that it's heavily used, which it's constantly going to be heavily used as well. And as more coins and more cryptocurrencies come out and other tokens are built on Ethereum, it's only going to make Ethereum become more widely accepted. And not only that, it's really important you understand that Ethereum plays a very big role in the market as well, because of the market cap that it has, aside from Bitcoin. Now, I just don't want to solely focus on Ethereum. There are many, many, many different coins that you can go ahead and get involved with. And if you go and take a look at something like CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, you can see the average gainers and the average losers. You could take a look at the different markets. You could take a look at DeFi. You could take a look at, pretty much anything you want to take a look at. And DeFi, I'll go ahead and talk about it in another video, but just know that is a subsector that you see 10, 50, 100 time gains, but you also can see all of your money being lost in literally a few days by a simple rug pull. Now, a tip and trick that I would suggest using is getting an app called Blockfolio and setting an alert for the price that you're comfortable with buying into of a certain cryptocurrency. So let's just say, like myself, Ethereum is currently about to touch $2,000. And because I want to buy it at $1,800, I'll set an alert in Blockfolio to tell me, hey, look, Dan, it's about to hit $1,800. Do you want to buy it? And then I'll rush to my computer, or I'll rush onto Coinbase and just click the purchase. And now I got it at $1,800. In my opinion, that would be a steal at the current price right now. So again, you can set alerts for different cryptocurrencies that you want to get involved with, but you might just think the price is too high right now. Now, the pressing question is cryptocurrency worth the investment? Is a good asset class to put your money into? So the simple answer is yes, it's a great investment, in my opinion. I'm not telling you where to put your money, but I definitely am putting a good chunk of my income to cryptocurrency, because the future is very uncertain, but the way that we see the future is completely different than what it was 50 years ago. Historically, like we've seen before that I just mentioned, the amount that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have increased over time is astronomical. And if you want to be part of the next bull run, or even the current bull run, now would be a great time to get involved, because it's only going to hopefully increase in value. And if you're looking at this for the long-term investment, then yes, more than likely, it's gonna keep on going up. And this video is gonna age like fine wine. So with all of that, in conclusion, I definitely recommend Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies once you do your actual research investing into it.